Hello and welcome to the Album Man, and today I'm going to be doing a review that I should have done a long time ago, but as usual with my concert reviews, I am a little late to say the least. So I saw this concert. This was Saxon and the Quireboys who were supporting them, and this was at the Ritz in Manchester, and it was on I don't know, I think like 23rd of April. Yeah, 23rd of April it was on. So, yes, the Ritz at Manchester, a fairly new venue, I think. I certainly, it seems only, recently that bands have started to play there, and that's pretty cool. I mean, I still wish more bands would play Liverpool, because Liverpool gets completely shafted, and it's annoying having to make the journey to Manchester, but oh well. And the Ritz, it seems a pretty decent venue. No complaints about that. Okay, so let's get into the bands. So we'll start with the Quireboys, who were the support act and are definitely worthy of talking about. So the Quireboys, I've been a fan of this band for quite a while, to be honest. I particularly love their first album, A Bit of What You Fancy, which, it is a classic, I think, 90s, I think it was early 90s, I honestly can't remember, record, with things like 7 O'Clock. It's just such, such a good classic album. So the songs they played 7 O'Clock, Hey You, Misled, let's see, Tramps and Thieves, There She Goes Again, Misled, Too Much of a Good Thing, Mona Lisa Smile, This Is Rock and Roll, Hey You, Mother Mary, and 7 O'Clock. They were the 9 songs they played. And yeah, so a lot of classics in there, stuff like 7 O'Clock and Hey You, Mona Lisa Smiles, or, Tramps and Thieves. A lot of classic stuff there. But what was particularly interesting was the 2 new songs that they played, and these were Too Much of a Good Thing and Mother Mary from their upcoming, it came out yesterday, in fact, that new album, Beautiful Chaos, which I shall definitely be reviewing very soon. Yes, so those 2 songs, especially Too Much of a Good Thing, damn, is that a good song. And yeah, the band, they really on form here. Spike on vocal just delivered such a fantastic performance. He was a really charismatic frontman, certainly likes a drink, to say the least. And yeah, great frontman, great voice. They just deliver a really fun party rock atmosphere, and that's really at the end of the day what the Quireboys have always been about. They're, this gypsy party rock bands, and yeah, they're just so much fun with some phenomenally catchy songs. The new stuff, it seems by what I can hear, just as good as the old stuff and really blends in perfectly. Really talented band. I so want to see them live again. They made just a fantastic impression on me. I thought they'd be decent, but I didn't quite realise they'd be this good live. Seriously good live act. And then we get to Saxon. I've been wanting to see Saxon for quite a while. I've, been a Saxon fan for quite a long time, to be honest. So, very pleased to finally see them live. And yeah, especially, so this was on their Sacrifice tour. Sacrifice came out in about February, I'd like to say. Maybe, yeah, I think February, maybe, I don't know, earlier this year, certainly. And, well, I don't want to say too much, I still need to damn review the thing, but it's a fantastic album, to be quite honest. It's really good. Definitely one of my albums of the year so far. I love the album a lot, and they played a lot from it, which was good, because I'm sick of bands, touring on an album and then playing 2 songs. It's like, no, play a lot of the album. And yeah, so it was good. They played Made in Belfast, Sacrifice, Stand Up and Fight, Guardians of the Tomb, Night of the Wolf, and Wheels of Terror. So yeah, that's quite a few songs that they actually played for it, which was pretty, well, from the album, which was pretty damn cool. Yeah, and also as usual, they played, quite a bit of stuff from Denim and Leather, of course, and the band played on Denim and Leather, Never Surrender, Princess of the Night, my personal favourite Saxon song, always love that song. They played Broken Heroes. This was specifically for St. George's Day, which of course was then. And there's a couple of things to say about well, what started round about that song, but I'll get to that after I finish talking about just the songs a bit. And Rock and Roll Gypsy, I don't know. Dallas 1 PM, really pleased they played that, and Strong Arm of the Law from that. I'm so pleased, especially Dallas 1 PM. But I don't really often play that live, it seems, considering that's definitely one of their best songs, a song about the assassination of JFK. It's great that they played that. I was so pleased to see that live. From Wheels of Steel, they played the title track, and 747 Strangers in the Night, which, yeah. They played Ride Like the Wind by Christopher Cross, a cover. They played Crusader, Conquistador, Power and the Glory, which I have the 12-inch single for that great song. They also played I've Got to Rock to Stay Alive, and there was, the obligatory drum solo. So, in general, I mean, they performed so well. Biffy, just such a fantastic frontman, still got a great voice, can definitely sing really well live. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And yet, in general, it was a very strong set, to be honest. It had all the classics, really, you'd want, to be honest. I couldn't really think of anything particular that was missing from it off the top of my head, to be honest. It was fantastic, so especially towards the end, in the encore, Strong Arm of the Law, Denim and Leather, and then Princess of the Night. I mean, that is a formidable encore. But there were some problems, to be honest, definitely. And that was with the sound, and it was quite annoying. It mainly seemed to start, I would say, around Broken Heroes as particularly noticeable. And apparently the technical terminology for this is sheep, and learnt that at a concert I have yet to review. But yes, apparently sheep in the system, which basically, if you don't know what sheep are, it basically just well, no, I don't mean the animal, but the sound. It basically just sounds like a feedback. It's like a feedbacky, staticky sound, to be honest. And that was quite annoying, to be honest. This went on, to be honest, through the rest of the concert. It was almost like the band didn't actually hear it. And it was a damn nuisance. It definitely did detract from the overall experience. It's like almost this sort of shrieking sound just that would, reverberate around your ears. It was quite unpleasant. In some songs it wasn't as bad, but sometimes, especially in Broken Heroes, it quite honestly destroyed that song, Broken Heroes. Now, Broken Heroes isn't one of my favourite Saxon songs by any means. I wouldn't have minded if they hadn't played it, but it really just spoiled the entire song, to be honest. Except for that, the only weak moment really is the drum solo. It wasn't a great drum solo. I'm not a big drum solo fan, I have to say. I find them, in general, a bit self-indulgent and lacking of really any rhythmic tune. Instead, just like, hey, look, I can do this roll here and this roll here, and it's just like, good. I don't really care. Just do it in a song. Awesome. But yeah, this wasn't exactly a great drum solo. I can't even remember the drummer's name, to be honest, even though he's been in the band for bloody ages. He's been in the band since, oh god, since just before the Eagles Landed live album, so yeah, a long time. But yeah, I mean, the band, as I said, they performed it really well, and that was just quite annoying that, those feedbacky sounds did detract from it. But overall, it's still really enjoyable concert. I definitely recommend seeing Saxon live, and definitely recommend picking up their new album. And for the Quireboys live, they're touring later this year in about November, certainly in the UK. I definitely recommend going to see that tour if you're at all a fan of the Quireboys. They're just such a fun band to go and see. And yeah, I don't know whether you should check out their new album. I still need to listen to that and review it, but let me tell you, if the two songs they play, Too Much a Good Thing and Mother Mary, are anything to go by, then it seems this will be a surefire purchase and one of the albums of the year. So yeah, that's my, I don't know how short this is, but review of Saxon and the Quireboys at the Manchester Ritz on April the 23rd. Hope you enjoyed. This has been the Album Man. Comment, rate, subscribe as usual. Long live rock and roll.